The 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That's another Colts first.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Rico Blankenship for the Colts field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do it on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he was hit. This is it incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. He's got the first down and more inside the 40, and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. This one into the hands of Burton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of his last 2 plays.
Colts, first down. First down and goal to go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
2.
Second down and 8.
And goal at the Jaguars' 8-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
And goal.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Colts 3, Jaguars nothing.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on fourth and goal. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Leonard Fournette, 77 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Kick is good.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one, looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Throwing again on second and 10. Eason. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And at the 42-yard line. Wide receiver.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Anderson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Eason sets to throw it. He's got Burton here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th
down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Minshew with a give to Fournette. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette on the counter. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 3rd down, Eason. And drops incomplete as he got dropped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this one. Hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my own college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That's good.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And spins away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. Complete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone?
Exactly what they did there.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. Blankenship's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sanchez to kick
the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Again, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
He's got Jack Doyle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First and 10, Taylor now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Second down, here's Eason. Not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. this return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
Go to the playmakers. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to a...
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and the Colts pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it's going to be second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
16-yard line.
Eason on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he'll be brought down down by the Colts. Darius Leonard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
22 yards there, a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run once more with Taylor. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be blocked down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing is Eason. And he's got his man Hilton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
At the 44-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
Now Eason. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. 11 yards there, first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Eason to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Troy Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Minshew.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Eason off the play fake. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw again. Eason. Flushed out right. And we are inside an affair. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 3rd down. Eason. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Down by 8, they say no to the field goal, looking for the end zone on 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. Got an open man. That's Campbell. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
1st and 10 at the...
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 20.
To throw on second down. Eason. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. And 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
4 down, a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.